and welcome to Selwyn Tech Topics. Today we'll be going over the basics of Hoopla. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download Hoopla from the App Store. So that's the blue icon with the 3 white sticks in the shape of an A. Here it's on the bottom right of my screen. So we'll click on that icon. This is going to take us to the App Store. We want to make sure on the bottom bar we're in search, and then you're going to tap on the search bar at the top of the screen where it says Games, App Stories, and More. And you're going to type in Hoopla and then press search on your keyboard. So right where it says Hoopla Digital, we have a cloud. It could say Get alternatively. We're just going to tap on that. So that's the left, right one there. It'll say Hoopla Digital. And that will start our download. So we'll just wait for that to download. It shouldn't take too long. It'll vary based on your internet speed. So there we have it downloaded there at the bottom of the screen. So we can click on Hoopla to open up the app. And the first time it'll launch, it will look like this. So if we already have an email and password, we can sign in. If not, at the bottom there where it says don't have an account, sign up, we can click on that. And we will fill in our email address and then rewrite it on our email confirmation. And then you'll fill out a password and write it twice again in the password confirmation and then click on next. And that will create your account there. So alternatively, if you already have an account and you're just re-signing in, you can just go back and type in your email here and your password below and then click on login. So this is what it'll look like when you've been logged in. Right now we're on home. At the top left there, you can see the blue bars on home. So this is where you'll see a bunch of featured movies and books, different audiobooks as well. A bunch of different featured options there you can scroll through. You can see on the top there, there's more options. So if we go to the bottom right, the search icon, and we click on there, this is where we can search for specific books that you have in mind. So if we tap on the search bar there, let's just do one of these trending searches. So we can search by artist, title, series, author, anything like that. I'll just type in Harry Potter to search for that. And here it gives us a bunch of options. So they have quite a few books in this series. So it'll give us quite a few different books if we just search that in general. If we press filter, which is just below where I typed in Harry Potter, we can change the format by typing on that there and then click on ebooks. That will just give us ebooks as results. It won't show up any movies. It won't show any audiobooks. So if you just specifically want to find ebook, you can filter it that way. Alternatively, if you wanted an audiobook, you could do that. So if you click into one of the titles, you can see it brings up here, it brings you a list. You can click on borrow. Click on borrow again to the approving message, and that will start to download that book to the device that you're on so that you can read it offline. You can also see in blue it says tap to delete, which will undownload it from your phone so it won't be stored on there anymore. And you can also press return there if you need to. So going to books at the bottom there, we can see where we'll go to My Hoopla first, sorry. My Hoopla at the bottom there. We can see under recently borrowed, it says the book that we have downloaded there and some other recommended for us. If we go to borrowed, which is right to the left of home, we can see our title there. It says it's going to return in 20 days and we can borrow 3 more titles. So you get 4 borrows a month. Now at the bottom, if we go to books, here we have a bunch of books in the collection. This is specifically audiobooks. At the top, you can see I just switched it to comics. And there's also ebooks. So that's how you can sort through all the different types of books on Hoopla. This is just the featured option. So let's say we click on that and we want to borrow this. So we'll press borrow again. That will borrow that book. Okay, and then if we go back to our borrowed options under My Hoopla and so we have My Hoopla, and then we click on Borrowed at the top there. Now we can see we have 2 books there. And it says it's not downloaded yet, so we'll just give it a second. So if we click into the Harry Potter book there, you can see we'll scroll through a bit. Let me get to a full text page so I can show you some of the options here. So here's the book. If you tap in the center of the screen, it'll bring up these options here at the top right. You can see we have a number of different options. So the first one gives us all of these different chapters and the names. So if you need to go to one quickly, that's the 3 lines there. The A lets you change your brightness. You can increase the text size so it's easier for you to see, or decrease it and make it smaller if you find it's too big. Oops, go back. So again, you just tap in the middle. We'll go to A again, so you can change the brightness, the text size. And you can also change the color of the page if you'd like. So see, we can change it to yellow, is a little bit easier on your eyes. Black, if you're reading in the dark, it's probably a little bit easier if your screen seems too bright. You can change the line spacing if the words seem too close together. And then you can also change the margin size, so how much space there is between the edge of the words and the edge of your device. You can go through those and pick whatever options you prefer. So we'll go back into this book here. You can see it says resume. Gives you a bunch of details there about the book. You can see who it's written by. You can see a synopsis of the general content. So yeah, again, this is 2 titles this month. We can download up to 4 a month. So if we go to video, Hoopla also lets you download movies and TV series. So again, you only have 4 options a month. So it could be 4 movies, it could be 4 ebooks, a combination of it, but you only get 4 borrows. So there's a bunch of television shows as well. So if we go into one of these TV shows, we can borrow it just the same as we would a book. We would just click on borrow if we wanted to. And under more there at the very bottom, we also have binge passes. So here it brings up binge passes on the very top. You can see that's highlighted. And if you go to the right, it will show you music as well. So you can download different albums. You get a binge pass if you want to. We'll explain that more on the next video. I hope that helped. Thanks.